Hi all, welcome to today's session on Internet of Things. Today we are going to discuss a small programming part and module 5, IoT physical devices and endpoints. This is Sharat Kiar, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, STMIT Uchire. So today let's discuss a program in order to blink the LEDs on the using the Raspberry Pi kit. So as you can see in the following figure, I've taken two LEDs, a blue LED and a red LED, which are connected to the breadboard as shown, and I've taken the Raspberry Pi kit, and the two LEDs are connected to the Raspberry Pi kit according to the pins in the Broadcom mode. And there are two different resistors that is being used in order to connect with respect to these LEDs in order to support for fault tolerance. So let's get started. So let's try to write a program in order to interact with respect to the user, either to blink the blue LED or the red LED. So coming to the programming part, so first we need to set up the environment and we have to set up the root file. So for that we write the statement #user/bin/python. So now it's the time in order to import the various packages that are required within the program. So since we are using the interrupts, it's obvious in order to use the operating system package. And since we also use the time delay, so we also import the time package. And as obvious, since we are using the general purpose input output functionalities, we are also using rpi.gpio package. So, and we are also renaming this rpi.gpio as gpio for ease of use. So once we import all these three packages, so now we'll go with the core logic of the code. So the initial thing is we have to set up the pins, or we have to configure the pins according to the board mode or the BCM mode. And it's not the standard practice in order to use the pins according to the board mode. So it's always recommended, or it's a good programming practice in order to use the pins in the BCM mode, that is a Broadcom mode. So here also we are using the Broadcom mode for configuring the pins. So since we require two different LED pins, so we configure the pins by using pin number 17 and pin number 27 for both red and blue LEDs. So initially we set up the mode and the BCM mode. So that is GPIO.set mode, GPIO.BCM. It sets the pin in the Broadcom mode. So once the pins are configured, so now we can use the pins for the relevant purpose. So since both LEDs are used in order to receive the data and they are not responsible to send any kind of data, so these two pins are basically used as output pins. So we have to configure both pin number 17 as well as 27 in the output mode. So for that we use the command gpio.setup pin number 17 gpio.out. This indicates that pin number 17 is being configured as output pin. In the same way, we also configure pin number 27 as an output pin. So once the pins are configured, so now we'll take two different variables, LED choice and a counter, which is basically initialized to a value called 0. And before going with the core logic, it's always recommended in order to clear the Python interpreter console. This can be done by using the command os.systemclear. So this will clear the interpreter console. So now we can ask the user in order to enter the choice either to blink the red LED or the blue LED. So we'll print 1 for red and 2 for blue. So then we'll ask the user in order to enter the relevant choice, and whatever the choice that is entered by the user is stored under the variable called LED underscore choice. So based on the choice entered, if the choice is 1, we'll make this red LED to be an on and off state for a specific number of times. Or if the choice entered by the user is 2, so we'll make the blue LED to blink for a specified number of times. So coming to the first part of the code, so if the LED choice entered by the user is 1, so then before going for the logic, so we clear the interpreter console. So then we'll print on the terminal that you have picked the red LED for blinking. So then we'll ask the user in order to know how many times the LED has to be blinked or to be turned on and off. So for that we make use of the counter variable and we put that under the loop. So assume that if the user enters the counter value to be 3, so then the LED is blinked for 3 times. That is, it is made to be in on and off state for 3 times. So as soon as the counter value becomes 0, so the program terminates. So now let's see how this red LED is turned on and off. So upon receiving the counter value, so then now it's time to check whether the counter value is greater than 0. At this point of time, since the counter value is 3 entered by the user is more than 0, so we'll try to on the LED. So this can be done by passing plus 5 volts or a high constant value to the specified pin, which is 27. So here we are using pin number 27 for blinking the red LED and pin number 17 for blinking the blue LED. So now, in order to turn on the LED, we use the statement gpio.output pin number 27, and we are passing the constant value as high. So this will make the LED to be in on state. So then we'll introduce a very small delay by using the function time.sleep and for 1 second. After this 1 second, so now it's time in order to turn off the LED. So this can be done by passing a low constant value, that is 0 volts, to the pin 27. So this can be done using the statement gpio.output pin number 27 is passed with 0 volts. So this will make the LED to be in off state. So then again we'll introduce a very small delay for 1 second, and then we'll decrement the counter value by 1. So at this point of time, the LED was turned on and off for one time. So in the same way, so this will be done for the specified counts that is given by the user. So as in the same case 2, so this could be this part of the code talks about how to make the blue LED to be in on and off state for the specified number of times for the user. So if the LED choice entered by the user is 2, so then we clear the interpreter console and we print on the screen, you pick the blue LED. So then we'll ask the user in order to enter the number of times the LED has to be turned on and off, and we'll use a loop, while loop, and as soon as the counter, until unless the counter value becomes 0, the blue LED will be made to turn on and off for the specified number of times. So the same way, so this time we are using pin number 17, and in order to make the LED to be in on state, we pass a high constant value, and then we introduce a very small delay. So then in order to turn off the LED, we pass pin number 17 the low value, that is 0 volts. And upon introducing a very small delay, so then we decrement the counter value by 1. So the blue LED will be now turned on and off for the specified number of times. So in this way, so we can interact with respect to the user in order to turn on and off the required LEDs, either the blue or the red one. So thank you.